Alrighty. All the way from New Hampshire. I need like a really cool like voice, you know?
Yes.
Like who's that guy?
What, the Bruce Buffer?
Yes.
The announcer guy?
All the way. I can't even do it.
Oh my gosh, he's so intense when he does that.
So intense, but it's so fun. It's fine. It's fun. But no, for real. All the way from New Hampshire. By Dayna Monroe.
New Hampshire. It sounds
Is
so...
it New
it's
Hampshire?
Like, yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's like so lackluster. New Hampshire. Like, oh, where do you live? New Hampshire. Oh, sorry.
I mean, it does kind of sound like that. But we love New Hampshireans.
Yeah.
If that's right.
Yeah. I have
Term?
no... yeah. New...
Is that the term?
Sure.
New Hampshireans?
New Hampshire. You gotta... It's like a...
Oh.
New Hampshire.
Do you have the accent yet?
No. Oh, no.
Do you want the accent?
No. It's like a Boston accent.
The Boston.
Like a good Boston accent.
You picked up a little bit. I like it.
Yeah.
And y'all. Let's get ready to rain. Are you ready?
Yes.
Welcome to the podcast.
Thank you.
So we worked together back a couple years ago,
Yes.
and I'm so glad that you made it all the way out here. We have TAC this week, so everybody's
Yes.
like kind of coming in, and you're coming to see your family a couple days early.
Yes.
Right? That's so
Yep.
fun.
Every chance I get to come to Utah, I tack on a couple days so I can go visit the family.
Are you a born and raised Utahn?
Yes.
So tell me a little bit about your story. So you were in Utah. You moved around a lot. I feel like you've gotten to
Yes.
be in a lot of cool different places and states.
Yeah.
So let's just kind of like jump into the journey and then jump into where you are now.
Yeah. So born and raised central Utah, the middle of nowhere. Raised in Monroe, Utah.
Which is fun fact.
Also my last name.
She owns the town.
Yes, it was named after me. Me specifically. No, not me specifically, but my ancestors it was named after. And my family, like, so my parents weren't actually from there. They moved there right before I was born. And so
okay.
now there's some Monroes in Monroe, and there's a bunch of them in Monroe now. But lived here, I think, went to college, went to school, moved to Salt Lake. My 25th birthday, I moved to Denver, Colorado. Yeah, very like big day. And that's when I worked at Cafaro International. I worked there for about 4 years, then got a job with Black Rifle Coffee, moved back to Utah for 2 years, and then stepped away from Black Rifle, worked for another company here in Salt Lake. And then I did not want to be in Utah anymore. I never planned to come back to Utah because I wanted
After
to get
Colorado?
away. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. But then just too good of an opportunity. And then I was looking for kind of the next place to go away from Utah, and then had a job opportunity at Sig Sauer. And so made the move to New Hampshire, of all places.
Yeah.
Which is wild. Like,
What-
I never could have pictured myself living on the East Coast.
What made you like take the chance to go there?
I think I was just ready to be away from Utah. I wasn't happy with the job that I was in. And just the opportunity just to see what could come of, it's big corporation. It's a huge company.
Yeah.
They touch so many different industries, and it was just there was a lot of opportunity for me there.
Yeah.
So it's been a blast.
What's been like the hardest thing about moving to to the East Coast?
No mountain. Well, they say they have mountains, but they're not real mountains. Like, I flew in here today and I just look at the mountains, and it just makes me so happy. Like,
Yeah.
I'm such a mountain girl. We have the ocean, but
Yeah. So what has been the funnest thing about moving to a new place like New Hampshire? Because I feel like when you move to Colorado, it's kind of similar to Utah, and Utah's just like, was it hop, skip, and a jump
Yeah.
there, but it's just a completely different world. So what's the
Yes.
funnest thing that you've...
oh my gosh. Being by the ocean. Like, I was born in the desert. Like, I grew up in the desert. Like, central Utah is like the absolute desert.
Mm-hmm.
And Monroe is like kind of high desert. So it's like there's no water anywhere. There's like a few lakes here and there. But like there's water everywhere in New Hampshire. Like,
Yeah.
in the whole East Coast. Like, there's so much water. You have the ocean. I drive over like the big Piscataqua River every single day. Like it's cool. There's so much water everywhere.
Yeah.
And that's just like mind blowing to me because I didn't grow up around water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So going back to your schooling, what did you get your degree in, or what did you go to school for?
Just like business. I went to Snow, just a small school here.
So did you think that you were going to work in the outdoor hunting gun industry, or what were you originally thinking?
No. I never knew what I wanted to do. I had a conversation with one of my coworkers the other day. We were talking about like our 17-year-old selves and like,
yeah.
And she was like, like I had no idea what I wanted to do. And I was like, I didn't either. Like I grew up in this tiny town. Like there were like, I think the year I graduated, there was like 2,300 people in the town that I grew up in, like super tiny. People don't get out of my town. Like they go away, they go to school. Most of the women, they go and become teachers and move back and just like start having babies. Like they get married, they start having babies. And I was like, I can feel that I'm like meant for something more. I'm like, I want to do something more exciting with my life. Like, I don't want that for myself.
Yeah.
But I didn't know like what I wanted to do. And I was not into the outdoors at all. Like,
yeah. Cause your hunting passion kind of came after you moved away from home, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's kind of what sparked me moving to Denver. So I picked up a bow like maybe not even a year before like starting to work in the hunting industry, like the outdoor industry.
Okay.
Cause that's like, that was the avenue that got me into like hunting in the outdoors. And once I did that, I was like, both feet in, like, let's dive head first and go make this my career.
So when you picked up a bow, were you guys just shooting for fun, or was it a hunting bow? Like what's your evolution?
It was like
from
a hunting bow. So I started seeing like archery on Instagram. That's kind of how I was exposed to it. And at first I was like, that's stupid. Like, cause you have these thoughts in your mind. Like I grew up in this very like sports are the cool thing. And like you see the archery stuff and you're like, oh, that's just like the nerds. Like the nerds go and shoot bows. Cause it's like you see like little recurve bows. And I'm like, oh, that's so nerdy. And then like I would see it and I'm like, okay, like that's kind of cool. Like maybe that could be fun. And then I saw like bow hunting. I saw people like getting out there and bow hunting. And I was like, that's really cool. Like that's like super cool. And I would hear people talk about like bow hunting because I was exposed to hunting, but I didn't have like the best opinion of hunters because there were some people that hunted in my hometown that I was like,
that could have given hunters a bad name.
Yes. Okay. Yes. The way they went about things, like I didn't respect how they did it. And I kind of lumped them as like how all hunters were. Yeah. Okay. Like that's how all hunters were. And I was like, and now looking back, like that's not the case at all. But I just had a very negative view of hunters. And I was like, that's not me. Like, like I did Isaac's podcast. Like I played basketball growing up. Like I was very into basketball. Like that was like my life. And then graduated high school. And I'm this little kid. I'm like, I don't know what to do with my life. Like what is life without like structure and high school and college, or not college, high school sports? Like I was like, my world is ending. Like what do I
feel like most people who like, or people, a lot of kids growing up, like sports is your structure. And once you like graduate, if you're not going to play at a college, then you really do kind of lose that like sense of identity where you're like, oh, well, I can't do sports anymore. Now what?
Yeah. Yeah. Cause like you make that so much your identity as a kid. And then when you move on into the big world of like being an adult and like going to college and you're just like, what do I do?
So how long did it take you to figure out? Okay, so you picked up a bow, and then that's when you kind of started hunting.
Yep.
And then you said a year after that, that's when you started working actually in the industry with Kufagu.
Yep. Yeah.
How did that process kind of come about?
Western Hunt Expo. Western Hunt Expo has been a big catalyst for a lot of things in my life.
We were talking about this earlier. I was like, I swear every time somebody goes to Western Hunt Expo, it's like, I don't even know how to explain it. Almost like something magical just happens always at Western Hunt Expo. Like other things happen at the other shows across the country, but Western Hunt Expo is different.
Yeah.
I've talked to a lot of people who like, oh, this moment changed for my business, or this
Yeah.
during this show is when this conversation happens. So
it's special because it's like, it's the one thing we kind of have out west where everybody's here for it.
mm-hmm.
So it's like you have all of the people from back east that are involved in hunting, like no matter what type of hunting they do. And then that's when everybody from out west comes out, and it's
Mhm.
like all of the industry people, you know, all my industry friends. And that's where I met my boss. Well, he used to be my boss, except like for a week now. I have a new boss, but I met my boss at
From
Sig
Sig.
Sauer
Okay.
there. I also met my boss, my former boss, Aaron Snyder from Kafaru there.
Okay.
And so I met him at Western Hunt Expo and just like became friends. He tried to set me up with somebody, but he like became friends instantly.
Did that work out?
And no,
You're like, the job worked out. You're
the
like,
job worked out.
boy, sit down.
Yes, thank the Lord. It did not work out. But it was just funny. It was like he was like, didn't want to talk to any other people. Like if you know Aaron, like his social battery dies pretty quick. And I was like, oh, sorry, like all these people want to talk to you. Like I'll let you go. He's like, no, stay here. Like I don't want to talk to all of these other people. So you just like stay here and talk to me.
We've all done that.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
okay.
It was like the evening, and those days are long.
They
like
are
Western Hunt Expos, like I think it's like 10 to 7 every day. So it's like by 7 o'clock, like you are just like tapped out.
Which for like an exhibitor, you're exhausted, but also like I think that's what thing that like makes it a bigger show is because most people don't get off work until 5,
Yeah.
and so sometimes the end of the day is the only time they can go. So,
Yeah.
but okay, so you got into hunting and you went to Western Hunt. You just went to go walk around like as a consumer, and
Yep.
then that's when you guys kind of just started talking, and he was like, "Well, I actually have a job," or like, how did that kind of pan out?
So when the first year I went, I think that was before I ever met Aaron. The first year I went was the first time I shot a bow, and I just walked around. I convinced my dad to come up north and like go to the show with me because he was stoked about it. He's like, yeah, like let's go to a hunting show. Like somebody wants to go to a hunting show.
And
with
have
me.
you ever gone to a hunting show before?
No.
Okay, so you
No.
were just like, "Dad, let's go."
Yeah. So
Okay.
I was like starting to get into hunting, and I was like, I really want to shoot a bow because I was like, I want to shoot one, but I knew nothing. I had no idea like where you go to like even get one or shoot one or try one. Like I had zero idea of how to like get started in bow hunting. So we go to this trade show, we go to the Hoyt booth, and they have like all these bows set up for little kids. And I was like, can I shoot one? And they were so sweet. They were like, yeah, of course. They put like this little bow on me, and it's like, it doesn't even come back to my nose, but like, I just like shot one arrow. And I remember I looked back at my dad and I was like, oh my gosh, that was so fun. And I was just hooked instantly. And I was like, okay, I have to do this. Like I have to figure out how to do this, but I had no one. Like I was single, you know, this young girl in her 20s, like finding out that I really like this activity. But I was like, I don't even know how you go about like buying a bow. So I'm just like Googling it. And I think I got my first bow from Cabela's because it came up like it came all packaged together. So it's like the bow, the sight, the stabilizer, like everything you need to like to be able to shoot. And cause like I didn't know that you need all of these different accessories to be able to shoot a bow. Like it's not like rifle hunting where you just go out like rifle, scope, bullets, go.
So if you had to give anybody advice who was just like starting out, who had never started it, what would you tell them?
Go to a pro shop.
Okay.
That's good advice. That was the thing. Cause I didn't know like I didn't know pro shops were a thing. Like I didn't know. I was cause I didn't come from hunting. I didn't have a background in hunting.
To be fair, like if you, cause we were literally talking about this earlier, I'm scared to put this out in the world, but like I want to do the tactical games. I think it'd be so badass and so cool, which you have done.
Yes.
Which is so cool and so badass. But if you are not part of a certain world before, you would not know that. And sometimes I think it's really hard to like get that information of like, okay, well, what are the basics?
Yeah.
What do I even
barrier
start?
to entry is a lot. Like it's kind of difficult in some of those different places.
Well, and you have like the fear of getting out of your comfort zone too. And so I think a lot of like being like, okay, let's set the ego down. Let's like, I'm going to try this. I'm going to be uncomfortable, but that barrier entry is like very, very hard. So what would advice, you said bow shop.
Yes.
Is there anything other thing that you would like recommend?
Try it. Just try it. Like,
Yeah.
I know you mentioned like it's you know, it's a very vulnerable position you have to put yourself in to walk into a shop. I remember like so I was up north in Salt Lake. I bought my first bow and I was just like, I would drive out because I didn't know anybody that shot bows. I just was trying to figure all this out by myself with like no resources and anything. That's why I'm like, I've done a lot of like the women's retreats that I've helped put on like with my friend Chris.
Yeah.
That's why I'm so passionate about that, because I'm like, because I didn't have any of these resources to know what to do. So like I want to like help other women who are looking for like different avenues or how to get into it, be like, hey, I went through all of this and I didn't know, like, let me help you and just like help speed up that learning process for you. Cause I had a little block target, little foam target, and I used to drive out. I lived in Layton at the time, Layton, Utah. And I would drive to this little open area and set my target down. I didn't even have a rangefinder. I didn't even know how far I was shooting. And I'd like kind of like step out what I thought was like 20 yards and just shoot arrows. Like
just wanted to
that's
shoot.
why I was like, that's what I would do. And I was like, okay, this is fun. And then I'd throw my little target in the trunk of my car and like drive home. And then I found a pro shop. Somebody like, I don't even remember how I got introduced to him, but I went to this pro shop. I went to Wild Arrow Archery, and it was ladies' night. So they did this ladies' night at the shop every like, I think it was like Tuesday night or something. And a girl from Monroe, from back home, she had just moved up to Salt Lake. She was like, hey, let's go shoot our bows. Let's go to this ladies' night. And I was like, okay, like I'm already, and at this time, like I'm super young. I was a like complete different person from like who I am today. Like I was terrified. I wouldn't go to the grocery store by myself. Like I wouldn't go to the gym by myself. I was scared to do anything by myself. Like grew up in a big family, didn't do anything by myself, right? Like went with my mom, parents, like
Are you the youngest too?
No.
You're
so
not. Okay.
I was the youngest for about like 8 years.
Okay.
And so I kind of have like, I was the baby for a while and then not. So like, that's a whole nother thing.
You're a middle. Okay. Got it.
Yeah. So I became a middle child, but I did not do anything by myself. So like her and I were going to go together. And then she was like, hey, I can't go. Like I had something come up and I was like, I was all ready to go. I was like so excited. And then I was like, I can't go. Like, I can't go to this. I can't go. And I just told myself, I was like, you know what? Like you need to go to this. Like you can go. There will be other women there. Like just go. And so I go and show up and I'm so shy. Like I am like the shyest person in the world when I was young. And I mean, I still am really shy, but I just, I hide it.
You're a lot better than
I just smile awkwardly. But I went to the bow shop with like my little Cabela's bow and I'm just like, I just go and I like sit on the ground and I'm just like, all the girls know each other. Like they're all like with their little friend groups and cliques. And I'm just like sitting there like weird. And I'm just like, kind of looking around. And, the guy who runs the shop, Jeremiah, he walked over, he's like, hey, like, what's your name? Like started talking to me a little bit. I was like, hi, I'm Dayna. He's like, oh, is this your first time? And I'm like, yeah. And they were just super welcoming. And Thalissa Plier, she was like, she ran this women's night and she kind of like took me under her little wing. And she's a kind of a big reason why I've like taken the trajectory that I have, I think.
Yeah. Why is that? Just because she did take you under the wing, or?
Yeah, I've thought a lot about this like the last few years, and it's like she was like probably my first like strong female friendship, like as an adult, my first like adult female friendship, like because all my other friends, you know, I'd met in like high school. And then I got away from a lot of those friends by moving away. Like when you're not in the same
life
area,
happens
like you kind of fall out of sync with each other. And I never had like really good friends either. Like especially
it's hard. Yeah.
And girls are difficult as it is. So it's like girls are hard. And then as you get older, finding new friends like as an adult is even harder. But it was like she just had so much love for me and like genuine love and like confidence in me. And I think that like made me have more confidence in myself and just like kind of like helped me like do harder things and like go and, you know, be a little bit more vulnerable, go to a show and like go to an archery event. Like I went to my first TAC event and I didn't know anybody. I knew her, but she was up shooting with some friends and I just show up and I'm like, hi, like I don't even know how this goes. And I'm just walking around carrying my bow and like have no idea what I'm doing. But I was just like, I'm here, like I'm doing it. And even though I'm like terrified, like I'm doing it. Yeah. And it's like, just like little things like that. And I'm like, that's kind of how I've lived my life the last, you know, decade.
No, I honestly, I've admired that a lot about you. I feel like no matter what's going on, like, I think it's really cool that even though you like are shy and a little bit more reserved, like you are so willing to like put yourself out there and be like, I know nothing, but I want to try it. Like, I don't care what it is, but I will try it. Like, and I think that that's really cool because a lot of people won't even take that step to try it. Yeah. And you're always just like down to take whatever opportunity. And I think a lot of people are like scared to take the opportunity, but like you jump on the chance because you're like, at the end of the day, it's going to help me grow. I'm going to do something cool. Like, I don't care what it is as long as I get to, you know, if the opportunity comes, like, I'm going to take it. And I think that's really cool. Yeah. So. Yeah.
It's like you'd be like the tactical games thing. Like that was an opportunity that came up like across, you know, not my desk, kind of my desk. I just started with Sig and they were like, hey, we hear you're like into fitness. Like, do you want to come be part of the tactical games team? We had a tactical games team like representing Sig Sauer. And I was like, I don't know anything about this. Like, I did not really shoot. I would shoot rifles like to go hunting before Sig. Yeah. But like I did not shoot guns before I started working at Sig. And they were like, it's fine. Like we're going to do, you know, we're going to have a team. We're going to do training. Like we'll help you out. And I was like, okay. Like, but I was like, you guys have to understand. I know nothing. Like, I don't know. Like I had to get a whole belt set up, like holster, sling, like rifle, pistol, all of that stuff. So it's like, I know nothing. So I was like starting from like ground zero to like build up all of my kit for that.
Which I think is a really cool thing to do too. Like you did it with your bow and you're doing it with guns. Like you have started with a base education of nothing. So like as you grow, like you just soak in like all the knowledge. And I think most people are even scared to just be like, hey, I know nothing. Yeah. But it like now looking back, you can be like, oh, I did start from ground zero. Like now you walk up at TAC and you're like, I'm the baddie. I have like everything dialed. Like I know what I'm talking about. And you know what you're talking about because you put in the research and you put in the experience. Yeah. Which is cool. Yeah. Like most people won't even do that. So
I have a little bit of like an addictive personality too. Like when I started shooting a bow, I was like, okay, I am all in with this thing. Like I was all about archery. I would be sitting at work and I'm like reading articles on like back tension and how to like properly release and like where your string should be and like string pressure into your face and like
you can go down.
Like I was I was like in deep. And then when I moved to Denver, it's funny because I moved to, you know, a new state and I knew two people that I worked with and it was mid-August. And so then they go off and hunt for 3 months. And I'm like, I know no one here. There was a bow shop. And so I was like, okay, I'm going to go hang out at the bow shop and force them to be my friends and just shoot every day. So it's like, I got really good at archery because I went to the bow shop because I had no friends. So I was like, this is what I'm going to go do. Mm-hmm. And I was at the bow shop every single day. Like, and that's still like, that's like the one place in this world that's like, that I consider like my home is No Limits Archery in Denver. They're like my best friends. Every time I go to Denver or in that area, I go stop by the shop and they're just like, they're my people. They're like my best friends because I just like, that's what I would do because I had nothing else to do. But then that kind of became my life and my world was that little shop.
Yeah. Yeah. So when did you take the transition from like picking up the bow and learning how to do it to then going in the field and going hunting? Because like those are two different, very different. So when did that transition come into play?
Definitely. So I got that first bow and that was very much like a learning bow. Like I was like, I can't hunt with this thing. And I didn't realize that until kind of later. And then I went and got like a big girl bow.
Yeah.
It's like once I started hanging out at Wild Arrow a little bit more, I kind of graduated to the next step and like an actual hunting bow. And then not long after that, I moved to Denver. And I had just moved, I moved the middle of August, and hunting season starts the middle of August there. So I kind of took that first year to just not do any hunting. I did some rifle hunting towards the end of the year, late season, like rifle hunting. But I kind of took a year off and just like would go backpack hunting. Like I would tag along with some of my friends and coworkers that were going hunting, just so I could like get a little
feel
bit
of the land,
exposure
understand
to it.
Yeah. And then what was your first hunt with your bow?
I think it was Hawaii, actually.
Hawaii? Okay, flex.
Yeah, I went out to go. So I was on Maui. They have axis deer, goats, and pigs. So the first thing I ever shot with a bow was a goat in Hawaii.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
And you said you've taken the last like couple years off though, because you can't do that.
Life. Yeah. Life has been, last year I did get to hunt last year.
Okay.
So I not very many days. I spent like 2 days hunting in Montana, killed an elk and a deer, and then hunted in Nebraska for whitetail for a few days.
Oh,
so
fun.
I got to hunt a little bit, just not as much as I would have liked.
I think it's funny how, even though when you work in the industry, you don't like, maybe it's like 50-50. I don't know. Like either you don't work or you don't hunt as much as you want, even though you work in the industry, or you do. Like people would always say that to me when I work at the range. They're like, oh, you must shoot all the time. And you're like, I actually work way more than I get to shoot. But
yeah, if you want to work, if you don't want to do something, work in that industry. Because it's like, if you work in the industry, like you don't get to do the fun things of the industry, especially like the hunting industry. Like if you want to go hunt, like don't work in the hunting industry, because like
some people get lucky, but
yeah, if you're like the face or like a hunting personality or like somebody who like makes their living off hunting, like great for you. But if you're like supporting roles within like a company or a hunting company or like a company that supports hunting, like it's your busiest time of year. Like it's going to be very difficult to get out and hunt for yourself.
So when you picked about and you started working in the industry, did you know you were going to work in the industry for a while? Or you were kind of just like, I'm going to let this see where it goes?
I was just kind of like going with the flow. My life, like I don't have any plans for anything.
That's okay.
And I like, that's how I've gotten to where I have. It's like, I remember when I said the words, like I was in a car with my friend and I was like, I'm moving to Denver. I almost like started crying because I was like, wow, that's the first time I've said that out loud. And I was like, that's such a big move, especially like this small town little girl, like Monroe, Utah. Like this place is tiny. And here I am moving to Denver, Colorado. Like Denver's huge. And I was like terrified.
So
this
how
was
do you,
such a big move.
Yeah. And I don't, I mean, I've made a couple of big moves in my life, but I don't know, like looking at yours, how do you sit there and be like, yeah, I'm moving to New Hampshire, or I'm moving to Colorado? Like you just like, what in you just like, yeah, I'm doing it.
That's basically like what I tell myself. Like when I did the Denver thing, like I really talked to my mom about it. My mom was like, if you don't like move out there, like if you don't like it, you can come back. Like you don't have to stay there forever. And it helped I do have a sister in Colorado Springs. So I had her like, a couple hours away. So I was still close, and I had another friend that lived like in the area too. So I was like, I had a couple like safe spaces out there.
Yeah.
For like the first big move. So it was like, I had some support if I really needed it. But with New Hampshire, like, I don't know. I sat and I thought about it, and I felt like it should scare me a lot more than it did, but I just felt so at peace with it. I was like, okay,
you're like, this is just the next step.
Yeah.
And they had you like go out there for I almost said audition. Oh my gosh. Not audition.
Yes.
Did you sing and dance for
I did not. I did not. They probably wouldn't have hired me if they made me do that.
With interview, I was in the application. I don't even know where I was going with that, but they had you go out there. So how long was like the interview process and everything?
Oh man, it was a couple months. So I initially so my boss reached out to me and was like, "Hey, we have these new brand manager positions. Are you interested?" And I was like, "Hell yeah." So I went through, did all the application, filled out, everything and sent it back to them because they have it's a huge company. So they have a very structured HR process, which I'm not used to because I haven't interviewed for a job in a really long time. I just got jobs. And
that's a great character.
It's like, I was thinking about that the other day. I'm like, wow, I didn't interview for a job for a decade until Sig. That's the first time I.
Well, and I think that's like a cool thing to have, or a character to have, is and I don't think a lot of people realize is that networking and working your butt off in one company, whether you stay there for a while or not, it will reflect and somebody will wait to pick you up.
Yeah. People notice. People notice big time. Yeah.
So you interviewed with them and then you got on and you said brand relations?
I was a brand manager.
Brand manager. So what does that look like in terms of people who wouldn't know?
Sig, it was a new position for Sig. There's brand managers. We have 5 different brand managers. As of Monday last week, I'm no longer a brand manager officially, but I still kind of help out in this transition time. But we had one for ammunition, which was my role. I was the ammo brand manager. We have pistols. We have a striker fire and a hammer fire pistol brand manager. Then we have a rifles and suppressors brand manager and a electro optics brand manager. So Sig Sauer is this giant company. We're really 5 companies under one umbrella, just because we make so many products, and it's a little overwhelming. But each brand manager just kind of takes their products and focuses on the new products coming out, marketing plans for the year ahead, people we want to work with, campaigns, initiatives, all sorts of things within the company.
What was the scariest thing that you had to learn working for that company? And I guess scary is a wrong word, or most intimidating, maybe.
Well, I will say the interview with the CEO. He's this Israeli guy, this little former IDF, very intense human. And he's just he's a force. He's very but he's a type of personality that I really resonate with, because he's very direct, and and I'm a very direct person. I don't like to beat around the bush. I don't like to add a lot of fluff in emails. I'm like, hey, I need this by this. Let me know.
I don't have time for that.
This is what I need. Let's go. And he just grilled me. I didn't think I would get the job. I went out there to interview and went in there for, I don't even know how long, but he just grilled me. And I was I walked out of it and I was like, man, that was horrendous. And my boss was like, that went really well. And I was like, are you kidding me? That was horrible.
I'm done for.
Yeah. So I was like, there's no way I'm getting this job. Yeah. And then he thought it just went great. And I was like, okay, maybe there's hope after all. And then it was a couple weeks. They move very slowly within their internal processes. And they came back, they were like, hey, we want to talk to some of your former bosses. I gave them a few references, and they reached out and got glowing reviews. And so they were like, okay. Yes.
We trust this girl.
Yes. We'll take a shot.
Do you have a pinch me moment that you were like, holy crap, I cannot believe this is my job?
Yes.
I'm sure you have many, because some of the things you post about, I'm like, holy crap, that girl is
yeah. I do. I have to say, last month was oh my gosh, I did this post about it because I was like, I can't even imagine. It was so cool. The entire month I did so many cool things. But my one real pinch me moment is and I haven't people know that I've done this, but I haven't posted anything about it. So I made some custom guns for Tony Hinchcliffe and Shane Gillis.
Daddy.
Yeah.
Another flex.
Yeah. And it was like, I was like, wow, like this is like.
Well, you didn't just make the guns. Like you kind of told me a little bit earlier, but like you got to bring it to them?
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
So I had them made. So I met Tony a few months before. And then I was like, I sent him a picture. I texted him a picture and I was like, hey, I want to make like a custom gun for you. Like, what do you think about this one? And he's like, oh my gosh, I'm obsessed with this idea. Yes. And then I sent him the picture and he was like, I love this. Yes. And then, so I'm in the process of making one for Tony. And we're like, I went back and forth with his producer to get like logo files and just to make it like Kill Tony vibe. And it was like, what really started that was like with his podcast, he has a gun on his, on the desk. And I was like, I took a screenshot and I sent it to my boss. I was like, I want to make a gun that he will put in place of this gun. Like, he didn't do that, but this gun was really cool. And I was like, I don't want to just like go send him a gun. Like that's not exciting. I don't want to be that type of like company. So I was like, hey, let's set up like, I want to give you this, like, I want to like give you this gun and like, let's take you shooting. And so I worked with Tim and we went down and I presented them their guns, presented Tony and Shane their guns. And Shane, it was like this really cool little like Eagles theme gun is an MPX. So it's a little 9mm rifle.
Yeah.
Super fun to shoot. And it was that was the first time he's like touched a gun. Like that was his first real experience with a gun. And so that was really cool. He was stoked about it. He's like taking pictures of it. It's such a cool gun and he loves the Eagles. So he was stoked about it.
That's awesome.
And he brought his girlfriend and then I kind of taught his girlfriend how to shoot a gun, which was also really cool. And
That's so cool.
Just, you know, got to shoot guns with them all day.
Yeah. That's awesome. That's so cool.
Yeah.
So going back, if you had any advice for your 17-year-old self, like on all the cool things that you've done, what would you say?
Oh man. Just keep going. Like do things that are scary because that's really where the growth is.
Yeah.
And it's like do things scared. Like I've done so many things just like terrified. Like I have no idea what I'm doing, but I just show up and it ends with a great story.
Yeah.
If anything,
That's
it's a
true.
great story.
That's true.
Yeah.
Well, I have a couple of rapid fire questions. Or did we hit all the? Is there anything else that you wanted to hit?
Yeah.
I wanted to talk about your Spain hunt a little bit because that was really cool.
Scotland.
Scotland. That's
yeah.
right. Your Scotland hunt.
Yeah.
How was that, and how did that come to fruition?
That was so. In the hunting world, I was at a trade show. You know, you just meet people in the industry, and I had met the people over at Spartan Precision. So they're based out of the UK. And Rob Gearing, he's like, oh my gosh, he's just a gem of a human. He's so great. And he reached out to me. He was like, hey, do you want to come hunting in Scotland? And I was like, yeah, like who doesn't? And he was like, okay, like here's the dates. All you have to do is get out there. And I was like, are you serious? Like this is a once in a lifetime opportunity. I was like, I don't even know. Again, like scared. Like I have no idea how to do this. Like I have no idea what needs to be done. He didn't give me a whole lot of detail in it either. Yeah. And so I was like, okay. He put me in contact with like his assistant and she kind of gave me like the details. She's like, this is where you need to fly in. These are the dates. This is the airport that you need to fly into. We can pick you up there.
But other than that, like I was like, okay.
That was it. Like I knew him and that he was the only person I knew. So I booked a plane ticket to go to Scotland. I go by myself. And like a couple weeks before I was going on the trip, he reached out and he was like, hey, I had something come up and I'm not going to be on the trip. So at this point, I know no one that's going to be on this hunt. I know 0 people. He invited some other industry friends too. And I had interacted with one other guy. I worked with him when I was at Kafaru. So I knew him a little bit and had talked to him, via social media, but nobody on this hunt. So I just land in Scotland and I'm like, okay, like here I am. And I'm like, this could be a really bad idea. Like this could go so bad. But it was great.
And what did you get over there?
So we hunted, I got red deer, I think. They have like yeah, I think the species. They have like red deer. Yeah, because they're red stag. We went during hind season, so hind is what they call the females. And so we were only allowed to kill the females.
Okay.
But they're very like, it's cool how they do it over there because they look at the herd and they only kill them if they're like sick or like, or if they need to cull them from the herd. Like they're like, they're not just going to kill any of them. Kind of like they will here. It's they specifically like take out like
they're
specific
very
animals within
very
the
like
herd.
on hands with their wildlife management.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So it was really cool.
Did you get to go explore Scotland after?
No, that's one regret I have is like I didn't go be a tourist because I was like all by myself also.
Yeah.
And I was like, I was too scared to go, you know.
It's scary. I don't know how some people travel alone. Like I do not. Oh my gosh. I had another guest come on and she is like a solo traveler. She like loves it. I cannot remember off the top of my head who it is. It's going to come to me later. But they don't mind going solo. They don't mind doing anything. And I think I go back to like how you said earlier, like I'm scared. I'm like, I think of every bad situation. Yeah. And I'm like, where's the bad guy?
Yeah. Yes. Like I do like, I mean, around America, you know, I go everywhere by myself because I travel everywhere for work. But
a different country is kind of scary.
Yeah. Different countries. Like that's one thing where I'm like, I don't know if I would dare do that. And like, it's not like an English speaking country. Yeah. Like, I know no languages. So I just feel like, I don't want to be like the stupid American that like goes to a country and can't speak the language.
Yeah, for sure. Well, that actually leads me into some of our rapid fire questions. So should we get into them?
Okay.
Don't be scared.
Okay.
Actually be terrified. I'm just kidding. Don't be scared. It's totally fine. Okay, so we'll bring up where is your dream hunt? And we're gonna speak it into the universe.
New Zealand.
Yeah. I want to do New Zealand really bad. Do you have a pre-hunt ritual or a good luck charm?
No.
No?
No.
Not even like the same pair of socks or
No.
That's okay.
Yeah.
That's fine. Are you?
Because I'm very structured in like my hunting stuff. Like my whole system is very like structured. So it's like kind of rinse and repeat at this point.
So would you say that you're is it superstitious? Is it that?
I wouldn't say I'm superstitious, but maybe a little stitious.
What is that from? Why am I blanking?
The Office.
I walked right into that one.
Oh my gosh. That is like, I'm so happy right now that like happened organically in a conversation.
Did you know? I just walked into that
That's
one.
the best thing that's ever happened to me in my life right now.
I'm assuming you're an Office watcher.
Yes.
Okay.
Like slightly obsessed.
Oh my gosh. I love it. Hold on, we're just getting started to breathe. I walked right into that one.
Oh,
come on, Reagan.
So
Gosh,
good.
Dang it.
So good.
That was perfect. But are you a little stitious?
No.
Okay.
I'm not.
I am. That's okay.
Yeah.
And I walked into that one. Okay. What is your hype song?
Oh, the Get Low.
Oh,
also, I saw Lil Jon in concert. Yeah.
That's
Summer
so fun.
Smash. First Form Summer Smash this year.
Oh, just recently.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Can I just say,
oh my gosh,
as an event planner, dream event. Like if I could help be a part of that,
yes.
I'm going to speak it into the universe.
Yes.
I've been trying to do an event like that for a really long time, and they do an unreal job.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Coolest thing I've ever been a part of. Like that community, like, I mean, I'll drink the Kool-Aid because like that community is so cool. And it's just like that event. Lil Jon, like my younger self was so like,
were you freaking out?
So happy.
I'm freaking out
so happy.
Right now.
Lil Jon and T-Pain. Like, yes. I was like, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
I don't get an invite next time. I'm just That's so cool. That's so fun. Okay. Get Low. That's going to be your walk-up song for the podcast.
You know, like it's just like
it's a
millennial
classic.
Yeah.
Like you can't get away from it.
Yeah.
It's fine. Okay. since we always know you have your fanny pack on you.
This is the first day I've worn this one.
Really?
Yes.
Is that a really stock?
At release stock.
Oh, that's so funny.
Yeah,
Shout out to Casey.
The old one, that one, I got it from Black Rifle at a TAC event 5 years, like a 2020.
You always have
TAC.
that. So you've had the same fanny pack for years. And you
for
just
like
got a
5
new
years. Yeah, because it's a little dirty. It's like because I wear it every day. Like I spill food on it. I spill dirt on it. Like
okay, I wasn't a fanny pack wearer until we started doing events, and then I started doing events at a Black Rifle, and I was like, holy crap, how have I lived working events not using a fanny pack?
Right? I started wearing it as a joke. Like legitimately.
I think everybody does.
Because Jody at Kafaru, like he's one of my best friends. But his wife, I was like, I'm going to wear a fanny pack. She's like, no, you're not. And I'm like, yes, I am.
Did Kafaru have fanny packs?
They do now.
They do now. Because it was a joke and now everybody wears them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Then I started wearing it every day because I wore it as a joke and I was like, wow, this is really functional.
Yeah.
And now I'm like, I can't not have one.
I know. I don't know how I can get my fanny pack out.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. So what are 3 things that you always have in there?
Phone, wallet, chapstick.
Okay. Do you have a favorite brand of chapstick?
Yes. Lip smackers. Cotton candy.
Lip smackers, cotton candy. Sponsored. I'm just kidding.
I need them to be a sponsor. Oh my
I know.
gosh. I go through so much. I'm like a chapstick fiend.
I feel like if you don't have chapstick, then it's like, I don't know how to say this, but I just feel like your day's the worst.
Yeah. It
And
literally
you'll
goes
make
everywhere
everybody
with
else-
me.
yeah.
That's why I have to have my fanny pack. And if I'm like, the one time that I like don't have my fanny pack is like if I'm hunting. So it's like my hunting pants have like pockets and I'm like, okay, my fanny pack I take it from my fanny pack and put it in my little like hunting pocket. I'm very, probably a little OCD.
That's okay. No. For the lips, for sure. We need the chapstick. It's got to happen. Do you have a guilty pleasure snack?
Oh, I mean, sugar.
Sugar. Just any sugar.
I have such a sweet tooth.
What's your go-to like treat at the gas station?
Ooh, I was introduced. Well, so like for hunting, I have like a ritual that started with, so Jody's wife, we went hunting in Nebraska one year, the Sweet Tarts ropes. So like those are like a must. Cause I don't road trip much. I fly
you fly
all the
a
time.
lot. Yeah.
Yeah. Being up in the Northeast, it's far away from everything. Yeah. So I don't stop in like gas stations really ever. But if I do, it's probably Sweet Tarts ropes.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yum. Do you have a favorite TV show?
The Office.
The Office. We already hit that. I don't know why I just forgot that. We've been like talking for 10 seconds and I already forgot.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny. I'm gonna ask this one because I asked a couple other people at Western Hunt, and I'm interested to see what you would say. If you had to fight a mountain lion or a grizzly,
Oh God, my nightmare. Fun fact, I'm terrified. Like deathly terrified of both animals.
you should be. If you've hunted enough, I feel like you should have you should be.
Yeah. Well, that's so.
People who are not scared have not spent enough time in nature.
Yeah. My mom growing up, like when I started getting into hunting, she was like, why? Like, you don't even like camping. And I'm like, I like camping, but I'm so scared of everything. This is another thing. Like, I'm terrified of like everything outdoors. I'm scared of the dark. I'm scared of animals, all animals, like bears, definitely bears, mountain lions. I'm like terrified every time I go out in the field.
How do you get over that?
I just go.
You just suck it down. And you're that's it.
I just go. Like, and I'm usually with people. Like, when I go hunting, I'm like with somebody usually, but like it's a challenge. Like it's probably one of the hardest things for me is just to be like out in the wilderness, because like I'm always scared of like a mountain lion or a bear coming out and getting me.
I'm a hunter, but there's different levels of hunters, and there's some who they're like, oh yeah, I spend 4 weeks by myself with one backpack, and I'm like, I'm sorry, that's not me. Like, Even though I think that'd be so cool if I could do that.
Yeah.
But I think my fear of nature and just being alone would like
Yeah. I think
really
the
freak me out.
lonely part would be worse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so bringing on to that, then wait, you didn't answer question.
So if I had to pick, probably mountain lion.
Okay.
Because grizzlies, like, the thought terrifies me. Like,
So you would rather Dayna up there in the boxing ring. She's ready to go for a mountain lion.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know what I would pick yet.
Grizzlies are just like ruthless. Like grizzly just wouldn't stop. I feel like if you like played dead or like had your backpack on and like kind of like I don't know,
really
I feel like you'd have a better
your next hunting trip. You're just gonna be sitting there, be like Reagan said.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you have a secret or a hidden talent?
Well, no.
Wait.
So when I came home for Christmas 2 years ago, I don't know, the last time I was home for Christmas, my mom found the recorders. So, you know, like when we were in elementary school, we had to learn to play the recorder.
Oh, like a
the little like,
crossbow.
yeah. And I can play I can do like the Titanic song still that I learned. I think I learned that when I was in like 7th grade. But
So
I can still play that on the recorder.
So next Western Hunt Expo, we're gonna have a recording, like a little talent show. You can get up
play
there.
my recorder.
You can play your recorder.
It's like Dwight from The Office.
No, I love it. Okay. If you were stranded on a desert island, what item would you keep with you? Or would you pick?
That's a hard one. I don't know.
It's kind of tough. I mean, like what island? Like Survivor? Or like
Right. Is it like a survival situation?
I don't know. Just one item. It could be anything.
Man, I mean, if it had to be like a survival item, like a life straw.
A life straw?
Yeah.
Oh, like
so
the filtered
drink
ones?
Water, yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought you were gonna say your bow, but
no.
You're like a landing water.
You can't drink water, then you're like done for quick.
Okay, true. That was a good one.
Yeah.
I don't have one of those. I feel like I should get one.
That is like I usually like a steri pen, but then you would need a cup. So it's like the straw, you can just drink directly from water.
Yeah. I haven't seen those ones. I don't think I've seen one of those. I know what you're talking about, but I don't think I have one.
I don't have one, but
if you could meet any celebrity, dead or alive, who would it be?
I don't know. I don't know.
And it doesn't even just be a celebrity. It was just like maybe iconic person.
Yeah. Like, I don't know. I've met like
you've met some really cool. Yeah.
So it's like
kind of just sparkle.
Yeah, they're just people. Like, I feel like there is somebody that I'm forgetting.
Abe Lincoln. I'm just kidding.
He'd be cool. I think Teddy Roosevelt would be cooler though.
I only think Teddy Roosevelt would be really cool because in that movie, who plays him?
Oh yeah, Robin Williams.
Yes,
in Night at the Museum.
Yes.
Yeah.
So now I feel like Teddy would be the coolest now.
Yeah. Yeah, but then if you like really, if you really get into it, like Marcus Aurelius, I watched like Gladiator 2, like that would also be really cool. Like Caesar, like that could be cool.
To see how they're really like versus what you've learned in the history book.
George Washington.
My mind's thinking. Let's think. Who else can we think of?
Yeah.
I'm not sure. Okay, I know I had one more in here. I just can't find it. Hold on. We're going to look. What is the biggest lesson you've learned from working within your passion or your industry / your industry?
Yeah, the biggest thing is just like be genuine. Like I've worked in, within like the hunting, outdoors, gun industry, like people sniff out like disingenuous people. And it really like shows, like it comes to fruition that you're just trying to put on a show for people. And even if like you don't know what you're talking about, like just be like, hey, I don't know. Or like just smile. Like if anything, you can always smile.
Yeah, just be honest.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. And just like
Love it.
be just genuine. That's the biggest thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it. Okay. Final piece of advice that you want to leave after everything we've talked about.
After everything. Wow. I mean, dream big. Like don't like put yourself in this little box. Like I'm this like small town girl from like Utah. This very small town. Like people don't go off and like do big things. But it's like I could have used that as like a crutch to why I'm like not accomplishing things. And it's like there's a lot of things that I haven't done in life. Like I'm still single. I don't have kids, but I'm like, I look at my life from like a 17-year-old self. Like if my 17-year-old self could look at my life right now, they would be stoked about like the things that I've done. And it's like really important to kind of like sit with yourself and like look back on like how far you've come. Like don't focus on like the things that you don't have, because that just like puts you in this state of negativity. Like think about the things, and it's, people are always like, think about the positive things, think about the things you do have, and then you just want to like slap them in the face. But it's like, just look at your life and like ask yourself, like, would your younger self be excited about what you're doing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
And
that's
go
awesome.
for it. Like go for things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like you live that advice every day.
Yeah.
And I just want to say before we end, I like think it's so cool that like no matter where you're going or what you're doing, like you always have a smile on your face and just like you're ready to take it on and you're ready to do it scared, which is so cool.
Yeah.
And yeah, I just like I told you at TAC last year, I was like, hey, you look like you're thriving. Like you look so happy and you just like you don't know where it's gonna lead you, but you're doing it happy and you're just like you're always just ready to smile and keep going. So, and I love it.
Yeah.
So,
Thank you.
keep
I do have
going.
a lot of people, like my CEO, we had a big event this like a couple weeks ago. He's like, the one who's always smiling.
Well, and
So,
it
like,
makes a difference. And I think especially like in the gun and the hunting industry, like some people take it so serious.
Yeah.
And it is a serious industry, right?
Yes.
Like it has to be serious.
Yes.
You're talking about like gun safety and gun control and like taking the
You're
life of an
handling
animal.
things that kill people and or things.
Yes. And so it is very serious, but I think there's also like a breath fresh air when you have people who are just like genuinely happy and like you said, just how you talked about like a second ago, like you're just genuinely like happy. And it is that like, not that it softens it, but it just like brings it a little more down to earth.
Yeah. It makes it more approachable and like makes an individual more approachable too. It's like, we're not like, let's be inclusive. Like the archery community is like a good example. Like people go to TAC, they love TAC. Like TAC compared to like gun competitions or like anything to do with like guns.
And we should clarify for people who don't know what TAC is. Sorry, I have to like step back because I know it. But TAC stands for Total Archery Challenge. So TAC is the archery it's not a competition, but it's an archery challenge that travels around the country to like 10 to 14 different locations and sets up archery targets. Yeah. Versus tactical games, which would be like guns, right? So like there is a difference.
Yes. Yeah. The gun and the archery side. Like the archery side's very inclusive and very inviting. And the gun industry is kind of the opposite of that. Like,
I would agree with that.
And it's sad, but it's like my goal is like to make, and maybe not within like the whole entire industry, but at least like within my circle, like let's make it more inclusive. Let's bring more people in because that's what we need. It's like the hunters, like we all need to come together to work towards a common goal of like keeping our rights to be able to hunt, because like they could disappear in our lifetime. But like we all need to come together for our love of shooting and like competing or whatever sport you choose, or like whatever like shooting sport you participate in. Like we're all about the same thing and we all need to like remember that and not like let little things divide us.
Well, I think that's cool that you say that too, because we're going on, but to go back to the experience of how like you were so scared to first enter a shop, or you were so scared probably to start your first day and be like, I know nothing about calibers. I know nothing about like the difference in rifles or pistols or like any of this. And maybe you did.
Yeah.
I don't know. But I'm just saying, like, everybody did start from somewhere, and it's intimidating to put yourself out there and be the like go to a archery class
Yeah.
by yourself with your like makeshift Cabela's all-in-one combo,
Right.
not knowing nothing. Like, that's such a vulnerable thing. And the industry, I think, needs to remember sometimes that people want to learn. That barrier of entry is like really scary, so that we need to like lower our toughness sometimes and our egos, because we could build the community, but you need to like be open that people are willing to do it scared. And you have to be willing to let them do it scared, but also like be inviting for that.
Yeah. And be like, remember that you started somewhere too. And it's like, you know, as a like kind of like a seasoned veteran within like archery or something, it's like, you know, you look at somebody's Cabela's bow and you're like, you look down at them a little bit and it's like, hold on, like that's where I started.
Yeah.
Like, I started pulling like a 38-pound bow, and it's like, so it's like you have to kind of bring yourself back and like understand that not everybody starts off with, you know, the best gear
or the
out
highest
there.
education, like they're learning as they go. Yeah, I think a lot of people kind of get in the weeds of that sometimes, where you like forget where you started sometimes.
Yeah, it's important. You have to remember where you started, and you have to, you know, give people grace into their journey too, and what their goals are. Yeah, like not everybody wants to be serious Mr. Bow Hunter. Some people just like to go and shoot for fun, and like some people, I mean, back east, people don't even have pins for 50 yards, which is like wild to me. But it's like out there, it's completely different from out here. So it's everybody is just, you know, on their own path, and that's okay. Yeah.
Well, I have enjoyed you coming on so much. Thank you for coming all the way from New Hampshire.
Of course. Thank you.
She
for
flew
having
here
me.
just for this.
Yes. Yes.
I'm kidding. I love having you on, and I'm excited to see like your career just keep going, and you just be like that smile through the industry. So thank you.
Thank you.